Hey everybody, what's up? Look, usually in the last, couple of videos we talked about everything bullish. We looked at price action, looked good. Today, I want to do something different. I want to talk with you about the potential bear side, right? The bearish argument, let's call it, for Bitcoin, for the crypto market. I want to show you that it's not always all pink. It's not always hopium, up only and stuff like that, right? We are traders, right? We need to be always aware. We need to be always minded upon that the market will always do what the market wants to do, right? Doesn't matter whether we want it to do something, we believe it will do something, we have conviction it will do something. All these nice and dandy. They mean nothing, right? They mean nothing. The only thing that means something is what the market does. So this video is not bearish. It only comes to open our mind as traders, because remember, this is the crypto mindset channel. We are traders over here. By the way, like and subscribe if you like the alpha we give you. Smash that, bell notification. Give me a comment. Do you think Bitcoin is bearish? Is this a relief rally or we're going to go up? I want to know. I read all your comments. I see them, right? So this video comes to open your mind to that, possibility that we're actually going to go bear, or we are within a bear already. I'm not saying we're in, I'm just saying I want to open your mind. This is a different type of video, okay? So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you my thoughts upon it, because as a trader, I always give myself and my members, because we have membership, we like to guide people, we like to give people alpha because we believe there's no good service out there that really supports people. We try to support. So if you're interested in it, you can click on the link in the description. You have a 20% off. Look at, the footer. You can see it over here for the month of April. It's almost done. So better take action right now. We always paint scenarios, right? We're traders. We always paint scenarios. So we're looking at Bitcoin right now, okay? And right out of the gate, I want to let's move to the weekly standpoint, because it's going to be easier. I want to show you something. So over here, this is a long-term, kind of trend line that I would like you to understand. I think it's important. I think it's important. Now, a trend line, right, like a support and like a resistance, is a psychological line that aligns with heavy price action on it because of market participants, right? So this is something market participants, okay, have in mind, okay? This is not voodoo. This is not an invention. It is imaginal, but it's not imaginal out of nowhere. This is not magic. It's imaginal because it's a line that we put in the chart, but it represents, okay, a specific psychological prices where there was a lot of confluence of price. And as you can see, this trend line is actually out of a big inverse head and shoulders on Bitcoin. Do I think this is a signal? Not necessarily, right? It's a pattern that shows potential something, but the trend line itself, I think, is more important. And as you can see, we got supported by this trend line. Okay, so this is the first thing I want you to understand for this video. Okay, there's a trend line of a huge inverse head and shoulders on Bitcoin, potentially continuation. I think there's a lot of confluence of price on it, and I believe this is an important level. Okay, I'm going to go back to the daily so you can see the daily standpoint. So if we go back to the daily, we see that we had the inauguration day over here. This was a pure fake out. We understood it in our memberships. Again, if you want, you should join, because we are on this. I can't do these videos for free all the time for people that I don't know who you are, your levels and stuff like that. In the membership, I do, so I can share more things. But we knew this has a big probability of going down. We shorted the market all this time, right? So for 3 months, we shorted the market until we saw this shakeout and potential move out, and then a breakout from this level. Okay, this was all bullish. All right, the fact we got supported, this was a shakeout. The fact we got a short-term kind of flag, we broke out with good volume on the breakout, good 2-day candle, all this is bullish. But, right, if I go back and, I remove all this and I tell you, you know what? This might just be a bear market rally. Why? Because this was rejected right on the buzzer of this last kind of resistance and support area. You can see there was a lot of prices that got support here. This was support, 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 support. It broke down, acted as resistance, now maybe acting again as resistance, and will break down again, right? Sorry, will break down again. How down will it look like? Will it just be something like this and up? Hopefully, but this is not the bear case. The bear case is that we're going to go down, maybe another rally here, and down again into new lows, right? This is the bear argument. This is the bearish potential of what might happen to Bitcoin, right? Is this a possibility? 100%, right? As traders, as investors, we always need to be mindful of each side of the argument, right? I said it's not about conviction levels. It's not about your wishful thinking, right? It's not about even your macro belief about what might happen, where Bitcoin is. Is it a store of wealth? Is it decoupling? I have all these ideas. I'm with you on that, okay? But price will be the confirmation or deconfirmation of our thesis, of our thoughts, right? So if price does this, and in hindsight, we understand that this move was just a relief rally, just a bear market rally, and we go down, the probability, if we break below this level, right, the probability is we are in a bear market, and we were in the bear market in the last few months, but we weren't sure because we were still kind of technically sound on Bitcoin, even though altcoins got smashed up to 90% and 90 something percent. So that's why we shorted, okay? But Bitcoin maintained a technical kind of potential bull. But if this happens and we break down below this level, let's call it below the 74,000, right? Because let me remove all this, and I will I will paint this again for us to have, because this was kind of the line. If we break below this area, right, again, below the 74 and below the 70, let's call it anywhere between 70 and 74, because you can say, you know what, Jomo, if it goes below this level, but it's just a week for a day or two, not a shakeout before continuation, can happen, right? Can happen. Anything can happen in the markets. This is something that I always try to teach. Anything can happen in the market. But, okay, what I assume will happen this time is that actually, if we go, it doesn't matter if it would some rallies or not relief. If we do break below here, maybe we retest this trend line and then break, continue that. I do believe that if we do go below this area, all right, below anywhere between 70, so make it below 70K again, I do believe that's a big confirmation that we are in a bear market that will take us further down. I would think that will propel a lot of selling, because think about it. Michael Saylor average price is above 74,000 already, okay? So if we go below 70, the biggest entity holding Bitcoin almost, all right, is going to be in the red. That's not a good place to be at, right? So again, that's why I want you to be mindful of it. My plan is that if this was just a bear market rally and we're going to go down, I'm going to find shorts again, just like we've done in our membership, in our group, in our trading service. Again, if you want that, you should definitely check it out. We traded very, very successfully on the short side. You can check many of our videos in the Crypto Mindset channel where we talked about our shorts, okay? Whether it's, loved coins like CAS, because CAS was in a big, stage 4 decline. We shorted that. We shorted ARK. We shorted so many, right? I don't even need to remember all of them. They were mostly successful. Like 60 to 70% of our shorts were successful. I'm going to continue shorting, right? That's the plan. And that's the beauty, right, of knowing how to make money when things go up on the long side, right? And as well to capitalize on the short side, because when the short side happens, it happens ferociously. It just breaks down. Okay, so if you don't know how to short, and you want to know how to short, join our service. 100% you'll be satisfied with it. Our members are already really satisfied. Or you can just continue watching the videos, like and subscribe, push that bell notification to make sure that you don't miss any of the videos that we make in real time, because those are important. And make sure you come back again and again and again and again to watch it. But again, you can just join the service. We will mentor you, and that will be it. Okay, so my plan for the bearish, possibilities, we're going to go short. Okay, we're going to go short. Will I initiate shorts before? All right, This is a good question. Will I initiate shorts before we break down here? Potentially, yes. If I see this breaking down and then we create some sort of a pivot and continuation down, and I see a lot of setup setting up, something similar on altcoins, I will definitely short altcoins because altcoins are like a leverage tool to short on Bitcoin. Okay, so 100% I'm going to look even prior to this breakdown. But if we do break below this level and the 70K area, all this level, I'm going to try to add, find new opportunities, and more and more and more. Okay, so this is the bearish potential, right, that we have on Bitcoin, and we need to be mindful of it. Okay, mindful of it. I'm trying to teach you. Okay, this is a video where I'm trying to teach you how a trader thinks, how an investor thinks, because many of you consider yourself long-term investors. Okay, even long-term investors need to understand the potential of the other side of their idea. If your idea is you go long and you are long a bunch of coins, maybe one coin, maybe Bitcoin, but you're not looking at the other side because you're so convicted, you need to open your mind, okay, to the other side. I don't mean that you need to be less convicted about your, trade. That's not my place to do, okay? What I am saying is that you need to have invalidation points, whether it is invalidation points on the specific asset that you're longing or trading, or invalidation points of your full idea. For example, my invalidation point on Bitcoin and the whole potential continuation to 150 to 200 to 130, I don't know where, is if we go to new lows, if we break below 74, if we break below $70,000, I believe that that will highly confirmed that we were all this time in a bear market, and what happened right now was just a relief rally, a bear market rally. Okay, that's it. But the flip side is we go from the flag, we go above the 94, we go above the 100,000 again, and that confirms actually we are continuing up. Okay, so but this video was about the bear argument. That's it. Okay, so hopefully you liked what I had to say. Please, what you need to do right now is to smash the like button for us, right? Smash it right now. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, okay? This helps us spread the word out there. Stop with the hopium. Stop with the moon boying. Stop with all these, useless, strategies and tactics, and tap into becoming a professional trader, shorter term trading, professional investor, longer term trading, because it's the same thing. It's just the time frames that are different. Tap into it. And of course, push that bell notification to make sure that you don't miss any of our videos, because many times we make videos in real time about real trades. Okay. And comment in the section below, what do you think? Was this just a bear market rally, or are we going to continue? I want to hear what you have to say. And if you want to invest in yourself, you need to click on the link in the description. Okay, you need to use this coupon code, all right, of 20% off, and you need to join our WAP. All right, you need to join our service. It will change your life as it changed so many people within us. Not because we're going to make you outrageous amount of money, which is a byproduct of having a skill set. No, but because we're going to flip you from someone naive, newbie that doesn't know what he's doing and relying on information from kind of fake gurus, which are called furus, I call them, and tap into taking control into your own matters and understanding what you do. And you can join the service, or you can just join the seminar we're going to do next week on the 7th of May. As you can see, the Master the Bull in over here. You can scan the QR code. Okay, you can scan the QR code over here. It will take you to the WAP. Join it, right? Try us out. This is deep. This is dirt cheap, all right? Dirt cheap, because we want to give, all right? We're giving back. This is just serious money to see how serious you are in becoming better. If you're serious to pay, well, with the 20%, it's less than $100. Boom, you're serious about this, and we want you in the seminar. It's limited availability, so you better act fast. All right, everyone. Until next time, no edge, no trade. Cheers, everybody.